Hello everyone, today we're going to check out a bunch of new 3x3s from the Cubicle, so let's get right into it. Alright, let's see what's in here. First up in the box is the QiYi Thunderclap V3M. Looks like the other half of the box got stuck in there. Then we have the QiYi WuWei 3x3, the GAN 356 XS, and then lastly we have the Cubicle Celeritas WR M. So we also have the standard Holidays Cubicle business card, as well as the trading card style business card that has JR Cuber on it. Alright, so these are the 4 new 3x3s that we have in today's unboxing. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at these QiYi ones first, and we'll start with the Thunderclap. Alright, so this is a really weird packaging. Not sure I'm a fan. Very strange. Okay, a lot of strangely shaped papers and plastics and cardboards and stuff. Seems a bit excessive. Interesting. It's pretty tight out of the box, and I feel like I'm locking like the. Ooh, yeah, look at that. It can't even corner cut right here. That's very tight. So I'm sure this will be pretty nice when I loosen it, but at the moment it's very tight. The speed is really nice though out of the box. Very fast. There might be some factory lube in here. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of probably light factory lube. I know a lot of people were comparing it to the Valk Power, as it was like a faster and louder Valk Power. The piece structure actually looks very similar. If you take a look at the way the pieces are made, this is the Valk Power on the left and the Thunderclap V3 on the right. Similar structure. You have this one-piece primary internal with the colored caps, and the foot looks very similar. And then in terms of the corner pieces, they look fairly similar. It looks like this one is a bit sloped right here on the Thunderclap, but the overall shape of the foot looks very similar, just a bit more hollowed out. But overall, it's a very similar piece structure. The turning out of the box does feel like a slightly lighter, airier Valk Power. I think it is probably a bit more similar to the Valk Power than the Valk, but it's a pretty solid feeling. I like the magnet strength. Seems like that solid flowed pretty smoothly on this cube. It actually almost feels like it's loosening up already as I'm playing with it. I will say it is very loud though. I'm actually really liking the feeling of this cube out of the box. I like that light, airy feeling and the fast turning. I will have to loosen it and lube it to make it a bit better, but this cube also is only $10 for the magnetic version and about $8 for the non-magnetic version. Obviously, I would highly recommend getting the magnetic version, but it does perform pretty well for a budget magnetic cube. So let's go ahead and compare it to QiYi's WuLine 3x3, slightly higher priced 3x3 at about $15, and we'll see what this one has to offer. I think all the extra pricing on this cube came from the box. Jeez, I don't even know how to open it. Okay, so the lid just flips up like this. Definitely nicer packaging than the Thunderclap had. Let's go ahead and do some turns. Okay, yeah. This one's nice, wow. It has a lot more weight to it than the Thunderclap did. And that kind of makes it feel a bit more like premium, I suppose. But the turning is flowing really nicely. It does seem like there's some factory lube in here. Once again, the cube does feel very tight, and the corner cutting is not very great, but I'm sure that could be improved. This one seems to perform better than the other one, comparatively, on these tight tensions. It doesn't seem like it's locking up as much when I'm turning. The magnets feel about the same strength, probably. Yeah, fairly similar. Possibly slightly stronger on the WuWei, but the puzzle overall just feels like more compact, a bit denser, slightly heavier, and I like the feeling. Now this has a really interesting piece design. The edge by itself doesn't look too crazy, but it does have these little knobs on the sides of them which kind of fit into the center pieces, you'll see in a bit. The foot looks pretty similar to the Thunderclap, I suppose, and in terms of the corner they also have this slight bulge at the base of it. Very strange design, but the shape of the corner otherwise seems pretty standard QiYi. And then you can see in the core where that bulge comes into play. It kind of sits in this groove, in this track in the centerpiece. So that track is actually created by the center cap. This thing pops off like this. So the centerpiece is actually flat. So the centerpiece just fits over top, and this little edge knob kind of runs in the groove. I don't really know what the point of that is, but I guess it works. And then you also have these like holes in the center caps here, just for no apparent reason. It's also kind of strange that the Thunderclap V3 had the reinforced core, and this one seems like it has an older style core, but I've never really had an issue with them breaking before. I can't say this really reminds me of any other QiYi 3x3. It doesn't really feel anything like the Volk line. It feels fairly different than that. It almost feels like a heavier, more solid Yushin Huanglong, which I wasn't really a fan of. But I like the weight of this puzzle. It's like very light, airy turning with like slightly stronger magnets. And the turning out of the box is pretty snappy, which might go away if I loosen it slightly or lube it. Overall, I would say that I'm liking the WuWei out of the box a bit better than the Thunderclap V3M, but it is slightly higher priced. This one's $15 and this one's only $10. Not a huge price difference, but between the two, I'd probably go with the WuWei. Alright, let's check out this Celeritas WR M. So in the box, you do get all the standard accessories that you would get with the WR M. You have the screwdriver, all the tensioning tools, extra cores, springs, screws, all that fun stuff. And the puzzle also does come with a cubicle stand. Getting into the puzzle, it has the new Celeritas logo on the yellow side. Let's do it first turns. That's pretty nice. That's really smooth, wow. Slightly slow out of the box, but man, does that just glide. Wow. So soft and quiet. There's a bit of lube that's kind of seeping out onto my fingers, which is making it a bit slippery. But this is really nice. It's not even that loose, actually. It's slightly on the tighter side. But man, nice. I've been using this WRM for one-handed, and it's pretty nice. It's definitely a lot faster than this one is, at least out of the box. But this Celeritas lube, it just, yeah, it glides really well. So this is on the tightest spring compression, and you can see it has that Cubicle black on the core. I'm fairly used to this setup. I've been using my WRM on the tightest spring compression as well. It's definitely gonna need to be broken in though, because it is slightly slow, but it is just so smooth, and the lube is making it really quiet. I'm really liking the feeling of this out of the box. It definitely has the potential to be my main for 3x3. Recently I've been using the GAN XS, but this is this is a really nice cube. Very soft and quiet, which is two features I really like in 3x3s. If not, I might use it for one-handed if it speeds up a bit. I would like a faster cube like this WRM for one-handed. So if I break it in, maybe add some other fast lube, it could be suited for one-handed as well. This cube is also definitely slightly tighter than what I've been doing, what I've been keeping my WRM on. But I kind of like that tighter setting. It makes it feel a bit more compact, less all over the place, less like floppy, I suppose. It is just the WRM. The cube's been out for a while. I think a lot of people know that this is a pretty solid 3x3. But yeah, the Celeritas setup, very nice. Let's check out this last 3x3. Like I said before, I have been using the GAN X as my main recently, so this is the successor to that cube. Fancy business card. It says GAN 356 XS. And look, it has these diagrams of the new sliding magnet system that they're using in this cube. Totally didn't take that from the EDM, but who cares? On the one side of the box, it's probably accessories in here. Let's see. Comes with a bag. That's pretty nice. I've been using these bags a lot. Looks like the same as the old one, your ultimate PB renewer. Classic giant GAN pamphlet. We have the spring compression tool, as well as these alternative spring compression system things, another pamphlet, and an extra bag of center caps. Interesting choice. Now, these look like the center caps that they have on the GAN 356i. You see it has these like indents on the side here. They look just like the ones on the 356i, but they don't look anything like the ones that they are using on the actual cube. How do you open this? Dad, I can't get into this cube. Jeez. Why was that so hard to open? We got it by... What did you do? Throw it on the floor?
It popped out of my hand and fell on the floor.
Alright, well, we got it out, so... I'm not gonna close it again, that's for sure. Jeez. Why is this so complicated? Like, is it even worth it? Okay, this is light. A lot lighter than the X. Interesting. They just keep making it lighter and lighter. I don't even know how. Ooh, whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's nice. Wow. It feels... it feels almost bigger. But I guess maybe it was just because I was just playing with the WRM. Yeah, I've tried one of these before, briefly. And it feels just like a mix between the GAN X and the GAN I, the Smart Cube. So it feels more like bubbly and like kind of floppy right out of the box. It's like softer turning, like the 356i had, softer and bubbly, whereas the GAN 356X was kind of like papery smooth, snappy, and kind of harsher, I guess. So in comparison with the GAN 356X, which had primary feet, the entire internal section of this cube is all black. The edge piece actually looks nearly identical in terms of the foot. The only differences I'm seeing are that the tabs here aren't present on the newer XS, and that obviously it has this sliding magnet capsule. And it looks like it's in the middle position right now, so I can slide it. Why can't I slide it? Okay, that was really very tough to slide, so I guess I don't have to worry about it just randomly sliding around. But now it's closer to the center of the puzzle, and one more setting to the outside. So I'm just going to leave it in the middle for now. And then the corner nearly looks the exact same too. So my question is, why does it feel so different? Honestly, it looks almost the exact same. So now this is the interesting part here. We have this sort of dual tensioning system that has been improved since the GAN X. What you can do is you have 3 different tensionings on the inner blue piece, and it has like a little 0 with a cross through it, so I guess that's how you take it off. And then you have a 1 on this side, which is where it's pointing, and a 3 on this other side. And if I want to take it off, I'll push it down, spin it towards the 0 with the cross, and the piece can pull out. So I'm not going to take it out right now, but you get the idea. So now it's back on 1. And then in terms of the spring compression, it's this clear piece down here. They have arrows pointing this way, so in a counterclockwise direction. Then you take this tool, stick it in here, and you can twist it. I'm not going to play around with all of the settings on this cube in the unboxing, but I am very happy to report that the center caps are much easier to take off than they were in the GAN X. It's still ridiculously difficult. I say struggling. So I tensioned this to the loosest setting. Okay, yeah, whoa, it's really floppy now, but man, does it flow like that. It feels really nice. I couldn't use it on this setting, but man, yeah, it just flows very nicely. Also, one thing I'd like to point out, just because I'm thinking about it now, it has that sort of frosted texture that you'll find on GAN's newer cubes, like the 356i. The X had that glossy plastic, but this one, frosted, could be harder to grip, but I feel like it really doesn't affect me if you play with it for long enough. This tool is actually really easy to use. Obviously, you do need a tool to do it, so it's not perfect. But once you have it, very easy to use. I tightened it all down to the 4th setting. I think that's more my style. More compact. I like that. Well, overall, I'm definitely a fan. It feels really nice, and I might switch to it as my main, seeing as I've been using the GAN X, and this is the upgraded version. But we'll see. It's also going to have to compete with the Celeritas WR M that I just got. They're very different feeling puzzles, but they're very nice in their own ways. And I'll definitely have to consider what I like about the two of them. Either way, that's going to wrap it up for my unboxing of these 4 new 3x3s. We had the Thunderclap V3M and the WuWei M. Very solid magnetic 3x3s from QiYi. I would say the WuWei is slightly a bit better. And then we had the Celeritas WR M. Very smooth and quiet setup of this cube. really enjoying it. And the GAN 356 XS, a solid upgrade to the X, definitely reminiscent of the 356i. I like it. Either way, I'd like to give a huge thank you to TheCubicle for sponsoring this video and sending me all these cubes to test out. If you'd like to buy any of these cubes, there will be a link in the description below so you can buy any of these cubes from their store. So that's about all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.